Take a look around and tell me what you see.
There's homes right there, close together, small homes, a long street.
Do you know which one is your house?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead now. Head over to your house. Can you describe your walk to the house? What type of street is this?
It's cobblestone street.
Mm-hmm.
The houses are made of, looks like wood planks. My house has, the windows are made of something where you can't really see in. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, like foggy.
Like misty windows?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I want you to remember what year this is. The numbers will just appear.
1862.
And whereabouts are you? What country are you in?
First thing that comes to mind is England.
England. Do you live near the sea or are you inland?
Or inland.
So do you feel female or male in this body?
I'm a female.
Okay, so I'll need you to take a look down at your feet now and see if you can describe to me what you're wearing.
A skirt, it's like a brown skirt, or like, it's like scratchy material. My shoes are, I don't know, they're like a brown, not comfortable. Not really boots. It's not really laces on them. It's just something you slip your feet into.
So I want you to take a look at your hands now. Are these old hands or young hands?
They're young.
How old do you feel?
10.
Do you go to school?
No, I don't go to school. We farm.
You work on a farm. Whose farm is this?
It's my parents.
Your parents' farm. Can you describe this farm?
See, it's a big farm field with hills around it.
Mm-hmm.
There's hills surrounding it. It's like there's a lot of people working on this farm. Like it's not just my parents' farm. It's almost like the whole village is working there.
Okay, so I want you to go ahead and float over to your farm now and tell me when you get there. So we're opening the door now to the farmhouse, and I'm going to let you guide me through. So where do you go first?
Okay, it's like a kitchen area. There's like table and chairs. It's small. the house is small. It's like a loft upstairs. You climb a ladder to get to the loft where we sleep.
Do you sleep with your brothers and sisters?
Yes,
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
it's 5.
And who is the oldest?
Timothy.
And who's next?
Sarah.
Timothy, Sarah. So go ahead and listen to what they call you.
Elizabeth.
So who is the third oldest?
Henry.
And the fourth?
Is me.
And then you have a younger sibling.
Yes, that's... I want to say Christopher.
So I want you to describe to me on a typical day what your chores are for the farm, from when you wake up to when you go to bed. How do you start your day?
When I wake up, I have to get water.
Then how do you do that?
I have 2 buckets on a long pole that I carry. So I go to, I think it's a river. There's rocks. There's flowing water. And I fill the buckets and bring them back to the house.
Then what's your next job?
I have to go to take care of the animals, feed the animals. We have pigs. Feed the pigs.
Do you have a favorite animal?
It's a goat.
Do you have a name for this goat?
Charles.
I want you to go ahead now and take a look in the goat's eyes and see if you recognise this animal in the lifetime of Michelle.
He reminds me of my cat, Coco, my old cat. He's like a funny goat, just like my cat was, like a funny cat, and really act like a cat. So the goat doesn't really act like he's a goat. He just follows me around like a dog would. I have to milk the goats. Charles is the boy, though. We have female goats that need to be milked.
And is that your job? Do you do the milking?
Yes.
What other animals do you look after?
We have cats in the barn. Cats are for the mice, to kill the mice. And I have to look after my youngest brother. And we have to go to help in the farm. We help in the in the garden where we planted. It's carrots and potatoes, and there's herbs.
Do you make anything special with those herbs?
We put them in soup. We put them in a soup. Or we cook them on the fire. We put them right into the fire to cook.
Is there anything that we've missed in this scene?
Just playing with my brothers and sisters, just running, mostly working, but still having fun together, just playing.
What kind of games do you play with your brothers and sisters?
Play like tag, like it's a tag type of game.
Is this a good way to communicate with your family? To play games?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How does it make you feel when you're playing games with your family?
Happy.
Uh-huh.
We're laughing, and there's no fighting. Just a little squabbling, but no real fights.
Okay, so I want you to close this scene now. And let's move on to a later time in that lifetime where you're much older now. Maybe in your 70s. And be there now. And tell me who's there and what's happening.
I'm like darning socks. I'm sitting by the fire, darning socks. There's other people around me. I think grandchildren sitting on the floor. My husband is at the table.
I want you to go across to your husband now and look into his eyes and see if you recognise him in the lifetime of Michelle.
That's James. He's saying, I'll always be there to protect you.
It's been a good life.
Yes. Hard but good.
What valuable lessons have you learnt from this lifetime to bring forward into the lifetime of Michelle?
To be close to your family, to joke around, be able to play together. Even when you're doing something difficult, you can still have fun.
Okay. Is there anything else that we need to know from this scene?
No.
Okay, I want you to move on now to the part where you take your last breath in this lifetime. And as you take your last breath, I want you to feel that your spirit is floating up out of your body. Tell me who you see.
I see my grandmother, my grandma Emily. I see Melissa. I see my Uncle Bob.
How does it make you feel seeing them?
Happy.
Do you ever have anything to
Loved.
say to any of them?
Just I love you and miss you.
Do they have any important messages for you?
Melissa's just telling me to just be confident in myself, be confident. When, like, she's reached out to me, don't doubt those, don't doubt the words that she tells me when she reaches out. And she's laughing, she's saying, remember all those good times. My grandma's just wants to hug me. And my grandma's saying she's so proud of me.
Is there any other souls you can see? Where are your spirit guides? Call on your spirit guides and ask who they are.
So there's Ellis.
And who is Ellis?
He's my main spirit guide.
And what does he have to say for you today?
He's saying balance, learn how to balance. Saying don't put all the weight on your shoulders. Find balance in life. And then I have another spirit guide named Rachel.
What does she have to say for you today?
She's saying keep your friendships. Don't take anyone for granted. Like remember to keep in touch with people and talk to people. Especially now.
Do we have any more spirit guides, or is that just the two?
There's like 3 more standing in back of them.
Let's bring them forward and find out who they are.
One is Samuel. Samuel likes to laugh and play, and he's got a good sense of humor. He was around when I was a kid. Saying, don't be so serious. Then there's Sarah. Sarah's more, she's not as like joking around like Samuel is. Sarah's more serious, more, she's like saying like read and learn and use your intelligence. And the last one is a female. I'm not sure what her name is. She's saying like it doesn't matter what her name is. She has more of like an Indian look about her, like Native American.
And what is her gift for you today?
She said her gift is silence. It's like sometimes it's better to be silent and peace. Like find silence and peace. She's like saying go out in nature and find like silence and peace in nature to like calm that anxiety. That's what she's saying. Like I'll find like peace through silence and nature.
So thanking your spirit guides today for coming forward for Michelle. I'm sure when Michelle looks back at this recording, she'll truly appreciate all your advice. May we now ask Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel to come forward, please, to speak with Michelle. If you have any advice or knowledge for Michelle for this session, she would truly appreciate it.
I can like see their bright light, like just this beautiful bright light.
Connect with them, connect with the soul and mind. Feel the warmth. See what they have to say to you today.
So Michael is saying don't feel guilty. Like don't feel guilty about calling on him for protection. Don't feel like I'm taking him away from someone who needs it more.
Is that because he can be everywhere all in one time?
He's saying yes, he can be in more than one place. Like he said that's not for me to understand, but he can be everywhere at once. And he's saying he can always wrap his wings around me. He can always protect. He's always there to help when needed.
Thank you, Archangel Michael. Is there anyone else that wants to come forward for Michelle today in spirit?
Archangel Gabriel is there, and he is saying, like, don't lose faith. To keep God in your heart. Like once again, those things that happen, those terrible things aren't meant to be understood in this life. Like it's okay. Like don't blame God for those things.
Is Archangel Gabriel anything else to add, or are we finished today?
He's like bringing in Joanne, who was a good friend, and also like she was my mother-in-law, but it was like a stepmom. And she just looks beautiful. She looks gorgeous. And Joanne is saying, like, she's here for us. She's watching over, she says, I'm watching over your babies.
Is there anyone else that we need to bring forward in spirit world for Michelle? Or are we complete?
So the Blessed Mother, Mother Mary is coming. Like I see her. And she's just saying she'll bring me peace. Like pray to her and she'll bring me peace. And that's all. I don't see anyone else.
I would like to thank everyone in spirit that's come forward today for Michelle. I'm sure Michelle will appreciate everything that she'll be rewatching later. Thank you so much. Are there any mental blocks that Michelle has, doubt, fear, anger or worry, etc., that can also be removed today, that will help in the lifetime of Michelle?
This worry of being like stifled, not being able to speak, not being able to speak her mind, being able to talk without judgment.
Is there anything they can do to help Michelle with that today?
Just create moments of fun and laughter. Create moments that will create more peace. So create that peace through fun and laughter. Create that peace through the happy times. Start with happiness.
Are there any energetic agreements, oaths, vows, or contracts that Michelle has known or unknown, which are not required anymore in this lifetime?
There was a vow of silence that was broken.
Can we change and cancel that?
Yes. And cut that.
Can you let me know when that's been cut? And what can you do?
Could cut the cord to that agreement, cut the cord to that lifetime.
Has this agreement caused any of an issue in Michelle's current life.
It's not being able to talk about her problems to others, not being able to be her true self sometimes, trying to hide some of those problems.
Would you please update Michelle's Organic Earth Akashic Records? Could you let me know when that's done, please?
That's done.
Higher self, will you scan Michelle's body to look for any energetic blocks? You could give Michelle a full body scan, please, and let me know if you find anything.
So black in the solar plexus?
Can you remove that?
Yes.
What is this black? Is it a thought form?
It's a black of not feeling like worthy enough.
What can you do with this? Is it safe to remove?
Yes, can clear it.
And what can we fill that with?
Fill it with white light, with love, self-love.
Is there any other energetic blocks in Michelle's body today?
That's all.
So please may I ask, will you scan Michelle's body to look for any entity attachments or interference?
There's no attachments.
I'd like to thank Michelle's higher self for coming forward today. Do you have any messages that you'd like to give me today?
Find peace in your mind. Find peace in yourself. This will help you find peace in other areas of your life.
Thank you. Are we now complete today, or do you have anything else to do?
We're complete.
In closing, would you mind giving Michelle a few words that would assist her in today's session, please? I'm sure she would really appreciate it.
Remember to go out into nature, find peace in the silence. Release that anxiety in that silence and peace of nature. Remember to rely on others, to not feel guilty of relying on others, not feel guilty on calling on Archangel Michael. Do not feel guilty to tell people your problems. Don't be embarrassed to tell people your problems. We are all in this together. Other people are here to help you. The burden shouldn't all be on you. Let others share in your burden. Be vulnerable. You'll be okay.
Thank you, that was beautiful.